Greetings, my name is Neosekken, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Resident Evil Survivor for the PlayStation 1. In the last episode, I managed to complete Vincent Goldman's route of the game and, well, escape Sheena Island. But there are still two other character routes that I need to get through in order to see every little bit of content of the game's story that there is to offer. So we're not quite out of the woods just yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip right on ahead to the first decision of the game I have to make, where I need to decide which pathway I need to go down if I want to progress the story onward. And that's basically after I find Vincent Goldman's body right at the beginning of the game. So I will see you guys in just a second. That takes care of you again. Give me your key. So, okay, I now got the rusted key, but instead of going through the church, I now have this building I can go through, or that one, or down that way. And, well, as you just witnessed, I still have my second handgun from my first playthrough. In fact, I have that, all the shotgun shells I collected, my shotgun, my grenade gun, magnum rounds, magnum. I pretty much have every single weapon that I found, along with all the ammunition that I found for it from the last playthrough. So if I really wanted to, I could go to town on every single thing that I see here without any issue whatsoever. It's quite the hell of a New Game Plus set of New Game Plus items, I gotta say. Kind of breaks the game even more than it already is. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go through here. See what's behind this lovely little door that we got. Shambling zombie, intense music. I like it already. And I see you've got floating green herb right there. Easy peasy. So, this is clearly a theater. And this door is locked, so we should probably find a key. I know it's not a terribly huge island, but you think they'd have a bigger theater room than this. Unless movies just aren't that huge a pastime on Sheena Island. An old movie screen is hung here. And like the obsessive little bastards they are, they gotta have the Umbrella logo right on the movie screen, because why the fuck not? That logo's gotta be everywhere, on every single piece of land that Umbrella owns, it seems. Oh, we got more of them. There's one right behind me. No, but there is one right down here. I wonder if this is one of these areas where the zombies are just going to keep respawning, no matter how many times I pass through. If memory serves, I think it is. I hear the crows, excuse me. Well, they might as well be Kurds with how fucking annoying they can be. In general, throughout the series, anyway. In this game, though, they're not that much of a threat, because, you know, you can shoot them in first person. That has a big-ass projector. This is a used projector. There's no film in it. Well, we gotta change that, shouldn't we? There's a zombie apocalypse raging on outside, so we might as well distract ourselves with maybe a short film or something. You obtained report on destroyed Raccoon City. Slide. Raccoon City after the destruction report. Date. August 5th, 1998. Report from the UBCS member, Part 1. The biohazard that occurred on May 11th at Lord Spencer's mansion and biochemical laboratory ended on July 25th when members of the STARS teams destroyed the entire facility. As of August 5th, 1998, there are no signs of viral leakage in the surrounding area. However, we must continue to monitor the area with extreme caution. Our secretive operative, Albert Wesker, is MIA and is presumed dead. However, we have just received information that Jill Valentine and Chris Redfield are preparing to report the incident to the press and their police chief. I request that this matter be addressed with the utmost urgency. UBCS Commander Nikolai Genovayev. Anybody remember Nikolai from Resident Evil 3? Apparently he's been working behind the scenes even before the events of RE3. Date, September 30th, 1998. Report from the UBCS member, Part 2. At this moment, I am in the clock tower situated above Raccoon City. The city is overrun with zombies. It is safe to say that the Raccoon City has been completely destroyed due to the biohazard. This situation is different from the accidental biohazard in the mansion. We suspect that it was intentionally caused by one of our company's researchers, Dr. William Birkin, the creator of both the T-virus and G-virus. No, it was caused by somebody from your own teams being trigger happy and just pissing off William. I've researched both biohazard incidents and noticed that two issues need to be addressed immediately. The security of the virus stored in our worldwide facilities must be improved. You fucking think? Also, we need to re-educate our workers. Biological weapon viruses will surely become our primary product, so they should be handled as such. All personnel should take extreme care not to allow any more biohazards to happen. Well, Vincent here did a piss-poor job of that. He decided to fuck this particular prerogative of the company because, well, spite. UBCS Commander Nikolai... I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. I think we're just going to keep butchering it. Date, October 6, 1998. We've had extreme difficulties collecting the sample data for T-virus contamination and tactical data regarding the BOW. The new BOW we called Nemesis was more ferocious and intelligent than we had expected. As a result, many UBCS members sent to the area have been sacrificed in the process of collecting combat data. I expect the researchers to analyze the combat data and use it to develop an even more evolved ultimate BOW. And there is our handsome monstrosity. Hello, Sucker Punch. Still, imagine a BOW that's even worse than Nemesis. It'd be practically unstoppable. You almost had me. Almost, but not quite. I commend you for your effort, but it just wasn't enough. And why am I experiencing a feeling of deja vu right now? And I see some slides. Not slides, but film. Hello, kitty. Bye, kitty. Okay, we got that in there now. Well, we can't watch the film from up here for some damn reason, so we need to go down to the little theater room. There they are. Maybe it's just me, but they almost sound like monkeys. And I also gotta say, even though I said this was basically I more or less said that this was coming, but it is just so damn satisfying being able to shoot these little suckers right out of the air in first-person view. I mean, they're not exactly difficult to kill in any other classic RE games, but typically since they come in groups, if you focus on one, they'll just end up, the rest will just end up ganging up on you and just peck at you anyway, so it's typically just better just to run from them in most scenarios. But not in this game. I can kill them with impunity with just a handgun and not have to worry about a thing. And as long as you aren't too slow to aim your reticle, you're pretty much fine. I see a key over there. And clearly that must be what I assume is the T-virus in action. Hell of a strange home movie to show your captive audience. I'm pretty sure they'd rather just watch King Kong. Still, I like how we had to basically turn on this little film in order to get enough light in here just to see those keys that were just conveniently lined right at the edge there. Like, you think that they'd still shine through, but apparently no. You needed like a little bit more light there. Personally, I would just recommend that you just carry a flashlight on you at all times. And what with almost everybody in the first world having easy access to smartphones, having a flashlight on you is pretty damn easy these days. But yeah, in 2019, as far as I'm concerned, you have no excuse not to have at least one flashlight on you. Just on account of having a phone. Hello, we meet again. Alright, let's... you. Bada beam, bada boom. Okay, the next little area that I can go through is like right up here, so might as well just go through here. Hello, lickety splickety. Cracked key. Let's get this herb. Okay, I'm just gonna skip that. We already heard this dialogue before. Up next, we've got the library. Wait a minute. Is there an... Okay, I just wanted to double check, make sure that there wasn't any items that I was missing. We're gonna go into the library and do some little light reading. I'm in the mood for Sherlock Holmes.
Who are you?
What are you talking about, Vincent?
What did you call me?
Please, don't kill me. Helicopter! Vincent! This is all your fault. You made them send those cleaners to destroy this place.
Cleaners? What do you mean? Wait!
So yeah, remember that gentleman from one of the flashbacks that Ark had when he regained his memories in the first playthrough? That gentleman right there is Andy, the sewer caretaker. We've gone through his room, and in the sewers at one point and read his little journal. This is a guide map of this library. I love the look of this place, though. I'm just a sucker for old style. I think this is Victorian style. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Pictures on the wall, but I'm just a sucker for old building layouts and designs like this. It's very artsy in a way. Alright, what do we got up here? Some desks. And yet not one single little piece of paper or book to read. I am disappointed.
What?
It's such a shame that you must die here, Vincent. After all, this is the type of place where a cold-blooded murderer should die.
No, buddy. A cold-blooded murderer should die in a cold cell. Or in an execution chamber. Nope, no cold-blooded murder. Oh, shit. Hunters. Libraries are supposed to be good places, fun places, full of knowledge and wonder and all kinds of fantastical stories that you can read. Okay, it was just the one hunter. I thought there was gonna be at least two in here. It really has been a while since I played this game. So we got a broken ladder down here, so we can't really go up here. Andy, did you unlock the door for me when you heard me kill the hunter? That was kind of you. Get back here, you little coward. I promise I'm not gonna hurt you. Well, maybe I'll give you a pinch, but... And we got Handgun D. Still, we need to find Handgun C. So, let's check this sucker. Nanbu 14 Custom. This is Japan's first automatic gun, which was used by the Japanese army. Yeah, it definitely has that Asian-inspired look to it. I think the Japanese and Chinese handguns around the time had some pretty similar design philosophies. I'm no expert on that stuff, but I mean, I do know a little bit about some guns. Various books on Brawl are lined up here. Most of the books here are on chemicals. Well, where's the fiction section? Various books on biohazards are lined up here. Clearly, I'm in the non-fiction section. I think that Handgun D is A gun that is the handgun that has the most punch to it, but with it having a small magazine. And oh shit! Okay, I'm gonna switch back to B. I need something with a little more larger magazine and faster rate of fire, like so. I'll just wait until I find some zombies or something to test Handgun D on. They're slow and stupid enough to be easy targets. Oh boy, I hear a hunter. Actually, no, that was just the liquor. Oh, there's two of them. Takes care of you. What do we have here? I've obtained Umbrella Top Secret File. Why would a top secret file like this be in a public library where anybody could just waltz on by and see it? You really need to improve your security. Like, this is embarrassing. Umbrella Confidential Document, for your eyes only. This file contains the data for BOWs created by the virus contamination that occurred during the biohazards. The first biohazard was caused by the T-virus leak at Arkley Laboratory on May 11, 1998. The second was the large-scale biohazard at Raccoon City, which happened 4 months later. Although they have not been confirmed yet, note that there may be BOWs other than the ones listed below. The data for those will be filed when it is ready. BOW File Number 1, Zombie. Humans are contaminated by the T-virus. They have lost their consciousness and wander around on their instinct and appetites to satisfy their hunger for human flesh. Tactical Procedure. As their movements are slow, they can be easily eliminated if you keep enough distance to snipe. BOW File Number 2, Cerberus. Dogs which are contaminated by the T-virus. Their bodies have not rotted as much as that of the zombies, so they can move much faster. They are very sensitive to noise. If they hear you run, they will pursue and attack you. Tactical Procedure. You can eliminate them with a handgun, but since they are fast, it may be difficult to aim. BOW File Number 3, Liquor. They are created by a mutation that occurs when a zombie is contaminated by the T-virus. As a result of the transformation process, they have conspicuous features like exposed brain tissue, and they move around on all four legs. Compared to the zombies, they possess incredible agility. They have no eyes and are unable to see. Instead, they have an abnormally evolved sense of hearing. Tactical Procedure. As they attack in response to sound, you should be careful when firing at them. Since they are very keen to hearing footsteps, you should avoid running when they are around. All this information would be pretty useful to have in Resident Evil 2. Hell, even 3. Because a lot of the tactical procedures are indeed the right ways to deal with the enemies listed here in those games. BOW File Number 4, Ivy. BOWs which are created from plants. They can move on their own will by using the vapors inhaled through their skin. Watch out for their tentacles, which are used like whips. Tactical Procedure. As fire is lethal to them, a grenade launcher is a very effective weapon. Maybe so, but they're not that difficult to kill, even with weaker weapons. BOW Number 5, Hunter. BOW that is created when the T-virus contaminates the human DNA. Since their lower body muscles have been enhanced, they can jump incredibly high and attack enemies with razor-sharp claws. Aren't hunters created by mixing human and reptilian DNA? I think that's how it was done. Tactical procedure. Just before they jump at an enemy, they stop their movement momentarily. You should attack them during this time. BOW file number 6, Tyrant. The ultimate result of our BOW project with the T-virus. Based on the regular Tyrant, the more ferocious Enhanced Tyrant, and Nemesis, which is even more aggressive and intelligent, were created at our European branch. Tactical procedure. There are virtually no countermeasures against Tyrant's incredible power. Well, ice grenades seem to work pretty well against the Nemesis. BOW file number 7. Prototype. They are not yet complete, but logically speaking, that we can create and mass-produce more ferocious BOWs by adding certain materials during the process of cultivating Tyrant genes. However, there is one problem. So, prototype. I wonder if it's referring to the Tyrant thing that I fought at the end of the game. Probably is, because this file pretty much lists every single BOW weapon that you can find in this specific game, except for those giant spiders. That was me. And I forgot. I'm supposed to be breaking all of Umbrella's windows. Just out of sheer pettiness. So... there we go. A library catalog is stored here. I see a crowbar. Or manhole opener, excuse me. I'm pretty sure I could still go Gordon Freeman on some zombies' asses if the game would let me. That is a creaky door. Oh boy. I hear some stuff on both. There they are. I see you, buddy. Come on. That wasn't too bad. South End Theater Cinema. Oh, that's where I... wait a minute. Could I have gone out that way? Whatever. Doesn't really matter at this point. Manhole. Here we are. Use the manhole opener. I do not like this at all. Holy shit! Those are some big roaches. I didn't mean to go back up here, so let's just head right back down to this bug-infested hellhole I just stumbled into. I think I gotta shoot them while they're in midair. You guys suck at hurting me. And I suck at shooting you. Wait, did I get him? Wow, that was easy. Alright, this is a familiar location. So I guess I'll just go on ahead, go through Andy's room, and just work my way to the next new area. See you guys in a minute. Finally, we reached a new checkpoint where we can see some new content. Well, there'd be one other one before this point, but again, I guess I was mistaken. So rather than going down this path that led me down that cliff where all those tyrants were waiting for me, I'm going to go through here. Underground passage under construction. No trespassing. Construction personnel only. Well, I'm a perpetual rule breaker in these kinds of games, so I am just going to ignore this sign. And I thought I had a green herb on me, but I guess I was mistaken. Let's see what's down this lovely tunnel. This lovely dark tunnel with a big pitch black void right in front of us. Reminds me of that little image that I currently got on right now on TV Tropes Nothing Scarier page, where it's got a similar concrete tunnel. Pitch black void right beyond. You don't know what's down that tunnel. That's kind of the whole purpose behind it, really. It's what you don't know that's truly scary. Come on, buddy. Go down. Stubborn little fella, aren't you? Acid rounds right down there. This appears to be a regular bucket. These are ordinary cardboard boxes. Are you sure they're all ordinary? Maybe there's like a freaking hammer space right inside them or something. Now, if this doesn't look like a spot for an ambush of tyrants or blickers or something, I don't know what is. Probably hunters, knowing my luck. See what I mean? My luck is crap. Except when it isn't. Ow. Thank you. Now, I doubt that's going to be the only one. Yep. Buddy. How would you like if somebody took a swipe at your face? You know what? I'm going to test out how strong Handgun D is on you. Now I remember to do that. Ow. You're tough. Let's use this. Both of them after me. Oh great, there's a third one in here. Good lord. Where are you? Where's the third one? Must be running the generator or something. Alright, I see the old dilapidated mansion in the distance, so I will see you guys again when something new pops up.
Andy!
There you are.
I'll kill you, Vincent.
Yeah, the same gun.
I'm not Vincent!
Liar! Who else could you be? You are Vincent. You're a murderer. Now die! Why?
Poor Andy. He didn't deserve to go out like that. Vincent, on the other hand, or should I say, on the other claw, care of you for now. Alright, that should pretty much be everything for Andy's character route. So I will beat the game again, and I will see you guys at the start of the third and final character route. See you guys in just a minute. 2 more guns left to collect. Okay, one more path we gotta take. At least in this spot. And it's right here. And clearly this is a restaurant. I see a little menu over there. wonder what they served here. What'd that say? Memos posted. Looks like a recipe. Well, what's the recipe? I'm quite interested to know. Okay, I guess I gotta go grab it on this end. You attained a restaurant manager's file. October 4th, 1998. I heard an unbelievable story. A small town in America, Raccoon City, was destroyed last week. They said that all the residents turned into zombies, and the city is now completely deserted. Umbrella Inc. is rumored to be behind the incident, but I don't know the details. Although the incident occurred far from here, across the sea, I can't help but feel anxiety if Umbrella is truly behind it. I hope that this city will be okay. October 6, 1998. I heard another interesting story. This one is about William Birkin, who supposedly destroyed Raccoon City. He was the creator of the virus called T, or G, or whatever. He tried to use the virus for his own purposes. Unbelievable as it may seem, he injected the virus into his own body and turned into a monster. Also, the virus leaked into the sewer, and it is rumored that rats spread the virus around the city. I wonder how the higher-ups at Umbrella HQ were able to get this specific information, because I don't think there's any way they logically could have found this out. Except for, you know, people who were there when the incident happened. October 8th, 1998. What should I do? One of the Umbrella workers who came here for lunch mentioned that the T-virus is on this island. He said that there's no possibility that an accident could occur here in this city, but I'm not so sure. Well, not an accident. I decided to work for Umbrella because of the money, but now I've grown tired of opening my restaurant for only Umbrella workers. There is nothing new or interesting left for me in this town. I guess it's time to get out of here before it's too late. Well, I hope for your sake that you got out of here before shit hit the fan. Because that'd be really unfortunate if that wasn't the case. And it's locked. No, seriously, what do you serve here? Oh, there's a spot right in here. It was like a wine cellar. Herb. There are expensive wines lined up here. Well, I'm pretty sure the zombies aren't terribly interested in wine. Oh, hello. You know, with all their guts lying out, I'm surprised they haven't frozen solid or something. What frozen meat is hung here? Got the manager's key. Maybe they make hamburgers here or something, I don't know. I can certainly say I'm not interested in your guys' meat. That came out wrong. Well, it's fancy looking, I'll give it that. You know, there is a front door somewhere here, I'm sure. Was there ever any doubt that I would get on top of this encounter? Yeah, I can't make heads or tails of what exactly they serve here. Umbrella employees, please pay with your ID card. So I guess Umbrella workers' ID cards also function as credit and debit cards. Alright. Let's whip you out again. Whatever, Andy. I'm on to you. Note to self, never allow yourself to get cornered by these things, especially if there's more than one of them. Otherwise you'll be in for a world of hurt. Okay, so we've gone through the hospital, we've gone through the library, and now we have to go through... What's that thing say? Amusement Club Enterpot. Let's go amuse ourselves.
Remember your mission! We're doing a clean sweep of the area! Everyone and everything must be cleansed! Now move out!
At least one of them is clearly human. But considering it's these assholes I'm...
What's that?
Considering it's these assholes I'm dealing with, I definitely need to have my B handgun out. Equipment. Hey, Dino Crisis. Forgot that poster. I forgot there was a poster like that once upon a time. So we got the Enterpot. Hard to drive, so racing games, shooting games. Locked. Let's go in here. Since these guys are quick and they have guns of their own, it's best to have a gun of your own at the ready here that has a fast rate of fire. Hello.
What? What the?
Okay, who shot them?
Die, Vincent! Die!
Hi, Andy! Bye, Andy. I really appreciate you saving my neck out there. Really. Even though it kind of runs counter to what you're trying to do with me, you would have been better off just letting them shoot me to death. Various video game boards are piled up here. This must be where the Umbrella workers hold their D&D sessions. Hello. Another manhole opener right here. I just love the convenient manhole openers that this town has lying around. Although it kind of makes me wonder, do people all over this place just like going into the sewers or something? Probably not the bandmate, I guess. Buddy, it is impolite to shoot somebody while they are talking. Serves you right. Okay, we got slot machines, so this must be where all the gambling occurs. I'd be willing to bet you money if somebody put this up as a bet, as, you know, betting currency, first aid spray. Considering how miraculously good these things are at healing any kind of injuries that you suffer, I bet they cost a pretty penny. Okay. This is various abandoned junk. Useful. This is handgun C. Well, we finally got our final handgun. Now there's one more gun I need to find somewhere. C is right here. Let me check the rate of fire on this thing real fast. Seems identical to handgun A. Now, I'm willing to bet it's probably more powerful, though. It's not quite as wouldn't be quite as powerful as handgun D, but it's obviously not as slow as it either. So probably like a middle ground sort of gun. Anyway, Andy's room is up ahead, so I will see you guys again very shortly. Yeah, it doesn't seem that much stronger than your starter gun. So you probably would be better off just using handgun B or D. Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot I could hook the rope here. Guess this gives us a different way we can leave the prison. Up. I see a big green over there. Bang, bang, motherfucker. Think you could walk any faster? You're gonna be dead long before you even get within punching distance. Well, you almost got within punching distance, so I'll give you props. Definitely sounds like gunfire. What's up here? Oh, hi. I hear more of them. I like how this thing can essentially one-shot them in most cases. Okay. Got some grenade rounds right here. You have bad aim when I'm not looking at you. That. Lock the door. Well, I'm out here now. Although, I guess I want to see real quick before we move on what that other pathway is. I mean, I only got one more ending to go through, so I might as well. I appreciate you giving me this fun gift, good sir. I'll use the first aid spray. Not seeing anything in here. Yeah, it's definitely a different Heaven's Night from the one in the good old town of Silent Hill, that's for sure. There's an exit right there. Let's see what's up here real fast. I love it, we got a little walking animation up the steps. VIP card. Obtained club hall key. Buddy, unless you're the bouncer of this club, this is VIP. And I'll have you know I am a very important prick. A lot more important than you'll ever be. Buddy! There. You're a lot more tolerable when you aren't being pricks around. That also sounded sexual. slightly more to the left. I'm gonna shoot you in the butt. It's alright, being shot in the dick would bring anybody down. No need to feel too bad about it. This seems to be the counter of the club. Not a single memo to be had in either of these routes. So it's a VIP-only club, then. In that case, was the lounge I found this card in the VIP lounge?
Umbrella.
The VVIP lounge, maybe? Anywho, I will see you guys again soon until something new pops up. Again. Alright, one more path. This is one right at the very end here. El Mana Mountain Road. Hello. You guys, I see. Is he back here? Or not? Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. Buddies. I'm not in the mood for your bullshit right now. So, do kindly fuck off. Okay, that was close. Yeah, I definitely think the most challenging route to get through is probably the second route, on account of the hunters, and the tyrants aren't too bad as long as you know what you're doing. And, well, the sweepers, they're damn easy to kill. As long as you got a quick trigger finger, you can pretty much get through their area without much trouble, as I just demonstrated. See you guys again soon. course, our final character.
Who?
I can't believe you're not dead yet.
You're human. You must be the leader of the cleaner unit sent by Umbrella to destroy the evidence of this biohazard.
Whatever. I don't have time for your pathetic games. I have already sent the self-destruction system. This island will be gone in a matter of minutes. Adios, Ark. Oh, this can't be.
Afraid can be, buddy. Also, I gotta ask, how do you know who Ark is? Alright, let's take care of you, buddy. How did you miss me? Alright. Now I believe I believe I made a little promise at the end of my first run this game to try to beat this thing using only a handgun. So, for its last two forms, I'm going to use not just a handgun, but, well, the handgun A, the starter gun. I'm going to try to make this as challenging as possible for myself. I will see you guys again very shortly.
Get in the helicopter! It's still alive.
Alright, last challenge. I'm gonna redeem myself for my first run. Then some. Take it like a man. Hop around like a little bunny. Phase 3 now. Let's do this. might be able to get me if I move at least once. Maybe. You almost had me. Oh, there we go. I knew you could do it. Take a first aid spray home with me. I know you gotta be getting low on health now. Can't keep this up forever. A shot in the thigh was all it took in the end. You weren't so tough after all.
Hurry!
Guess we might as well just sit through this again. It's not long.
Seconds to detonation. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're safe.
It can't be! Get down!
Farewell again, sweet prince.
What are we gonna do, mister?
Yeah, what are we gonna do?
I don't know, but don't worry. We can fly as long as we have fuel.
It doesn't matter how many times I hear you say it, it doesn't make it any less dumb sounding. We don't need to sit through the credits again. Well, I've got all but one gun left. And, well, that last gun is the rocket launcher, which you can only get by getting an S rank on the game. And I don't really feel like going to the trouble. I've already done this, I've already completed this 3 times now. Well, a rocket launcher is not really worth the extra effort just for this Let's Play anyway. At least I think so. So I guess I might as well just go ahead then and just give my thoughts on Resident Evil Survivor as a whole. Well, the short of it is, I think it's a bad game. It's basically a train wreck at points. The combat system is inherently flawed, especially with me being able to avoid taking damage and even being attacked outright if I'm not facing away from the enemies. No matter which of, almost, with the exception of zombies. But for everything else, though, they can't really attack me or hurt me if I have my back turned against them. And then, of course, the story and everything is pretty short. I would have liked it. I would have liked to see the game fleshed out more. It may have more locations to explore, more background information to give on the Sheena Island, or at least some of its residents. And with the exception of Vincent Goldman in the first route, I feel like as though the other two characters who basically serve as Ark's arch enemy, depending on which paths I take, they don't really get a whole lot of development at all. They're just simply there just to serve as a human antagonist for Ark. Especially in the case of the captain of the cleaner unit. He doesn't show up in person in front of Ark at all until the very end. At least Andy presented a constant threat who would chase me throughout the game, as cowardly as he may be. Similar in the same vein to Vincent in some respects, but he was more content to do it from afar until the very end. Overall, I liked Vincent's route the best here because, well, he is essentially the main antagonist of this game, and I feel that he has the most personal vendetta with Ark in particular. It just feels more compelling, I guess, for lack of a better way to describe it. And he just simply won Ark dead here, which, I mean, could have been a close second, but, I mean, well, again, Vincent had the most intense rivalry with Ark, by account of, well, you know, Ark being the spy sent to impersonate him, and him essentially being behind the events of the entire game. Vincent. I guess I should be thankful that they didn't put the unbox mechanic in the game, considering the fact that there's no way to save your game at all or backtrack once you go through a set of areas. But having a limitless inventory similar to like what you'd expect out of Silent Hill or something in a Resident Evil game just feels a bit off, honestly, to me. Because I'm used to only being able to carry a certain amount of guns or ammunition or healing items at any point at any time, and either storing what I don't use or don't need to use for the foreseeable future into like an item box or a similar location, or just getting rid of certain items altogether in order to make more space in my inventory. Not so in the case of Resident Evil Survivor. And again, I suppose it's for the best that, you know, they done away with the item box mechanic here, considering how this whole game is designed and structured from start to finish. It would have made an already potentially cumbersome chore of a game to get through even more of a pain in the ass, especially if you're not playing this on the emulator but real PlayStation 1 hardware, where you can't save it all no matter what during the game until after you beat it. So you really can't afford to make too many mistakes lest you get killed and have to essentially start the whole damn thing over again. And then, of course, the characters are a bit all over the place, honestly. None of them, besides the antagonist figures, almost none of them really get any real character development. They just feel mostly static characters. Even Ark, to an extent, feels kind of flat, at least compared to previous Resident Evil protagonists that I've played thus far, at least up to this point with the classic games on the channel. This game sounds great on paper. It really does. A first-person, fully 3D rendered Resident Evil game. It really should have been. It really should have been a winner on paper. Especially in the PlayStation 1 era. But the execution of the whole game was just botched. I mean, if you sat through my entire playthrough up to this point, I mean, I'm sure you guys can all see what I mean. Everything about the game just is a missed opportunity. It's too short. Combat is a mess. There's glitches in the enemy AI and everything, and it's just, yeah, I'm not going to repeat myself. The only redeeming qualities I can find with this game is some parts of its soundtrack, and only some parts, because honestly, the soundtrack as a whole, I think, is a bit less in quality compared to previous games that came before in the series. But there were a couple standout tracks that I really liked, like the music that played when I was chasing the kids to their home in that little waterway. I liked the general tone of it. It just made crossing through that waterway, where any number of unknown threats awaiting me could be lurking just beneath the water, ready to attack me. But since this is Resident Evil Survivor we're talking about, I know better. But yeah, it's just perhaps the worst part of it all is due to how shoddy the whole game is designed, even down, like, it's next to impossible to really get scared. And at least unless, you know, you got enemies got enemies cornering you somewhere and just dogpiling on you. In which case, well, I wouldn't really describe that as scary in the sense of, holy crap, this is a horrifying situation, I'm just absolutely nervous to go through with it. But rather, it's just like, oh my god, please don't kill me, please let me get out of this. Like, it's a different kind of tension. That's the only kind of tension I really get from this game, is just making sure enemies don't kill me. Otherwise, nothing about the game really instills a huge sense of dread in me like previous games did. But yeah, getting back to the redeeming qualities. Some of the soundtrack, I like the whole idea behind the 3D rendered environments. It reminds me a good deal of Dino Crisis in that respect. And that's honestly it, really. Just some of the soundtrack and just some aspects of the game's environment and everything. Well, in the game's environment. Not just some aspects, but most aspects of the game's environment. I think the game's environment, for the most part, looks pretty good. I definitely wouldn't recommend this game unless you are like a real die-hard Resident Evil fan and you just want to, see if you can get through this game yourself on like one or however many tries you want to get through without having to rely on, I don't know, save states or anything like I did here in order to get through this. Although I wouldn't have necessarily needed to, as long as I didn't took extra care not to make any mistakes along the way. Especially if I was less hesitant to use some of my bigger weapons than my handguns. But even so, it's just a bad game. I don't really think there's going to be a whole lot of people who would really enjoy this sort of game compared to the previous Resident Evil titles. It's just a watered-down version of everything that came before, except it tries to do everything in a first-person, fully 3D rendered environment. And even then, it ends up making the experience worse due to how poorly designed the combat system is. Again, the game is a missed opportunity from top to bottom. I don't know what else to describe it. It's a real shame. Because I'm sure if this game had more time to sit in the oven, so to speak, it could have been a pretty decent game. But this honestly feels a bit like a rush job for a PlayStation 1 era game. And well, you can't really patch those games. Not like in modern day gaming anyway. Anyway, I think I've gone on long enough. I've pretty much said all there really is to say. So I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and end things here. I hope you guys enjoyed this Let's Play of Resident Evil Survivor. If you did and you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys for the next series I cover. Take care, and I hope you all have a good day.